Okay guys, so let's talk about putting this into action. Let's talk about actually taking the lifecycle marketing framework and how you can use it for your business. Because as valuable as we believe this concept to be, we also know that it's not going to produce any results for your business unless you are able to use it. So step number one is to assess your current reality. So to take this lifecycle marketing framework and to use it as a lens through which you examine your existing reality. If you need help with that, we have designed the LCM assessment. So that should give you a jumping off point for analyzing, do I have any gaps? Do we have any pinch points or any bottlenecks that need to be addressed? Or did we skip any stages entirely, right? And step number two here is to then go ahead and fix the low-hanging fruit. So that assessment should reveal either areas where you have overlooked something, right? Disjointed sections or entire gaps that may have been missed, or areas that are outdated or just are a little bit light and could be more robust in terms of the experience that they are creating. So that assessment should help you prioritize where do we go to work, right? What should we focus our energy and attention on next? And step number three, once you have fixed the low-hanging fruit, is to then dial up the traffic, is to put more people into this experience. And step number four is to repeat until you have the desired results. And I don't want to overstate, I don't want to oversimplify this process because I know that I just said a lot in a short period of time. But I want to remind you that this is an iterative process. So you go through the assessment, it helps you prioritize the low-hanging fruit. You fix and focus on improving the low-hanging fruit, and then you dial up the traffic so you get more people into that experience, which will help, number one, achieve your results, and number two, it'll help highlight the next set of things that deserve your attention or deserve to be fixed, right? So this process is not a once through, check each box and then you are done. It is an iterative approach for continually evaluating and improving the experience that you are providing to your customers and thus the results it is creating within your business. I think of it this way, if you treat the milestones in your customer journey like lily pads, right? If you think of like the opt-in, the demo that they need to schedule, the point of purchase, and then maybe ultimately becoming a member, right? If those are 4 different lily pads, some customers will naturally be able to hopscotch from one to the next, right? They'll be able to leap from lily pad to lily pad and make their way through your customer journey, right? But what lifecycle marketing allows us to do is not design it for the most nimble and the most driven customers, but design it for the rest of everyone, right? The normal customer who isn't looking to forge their way across at all costs. It's to pave the path between those milestones so that our customers have a seamless and fluid experience that is easy for them to follow and ultimately produces the results that both they and we are after. Another example we like comes from one of our partners, Ryan Chapman, over at Fix Your Funnel. So he talks about the theory of constraints. And in this example, we visualize our customer journey, our lifecycle marketing strategy as a pipeline. And let's divide that pipeline up into 4 different sections. He talks about lead generation, converting leads, getting paid, and client fulfillment. But you can sort of match those up with the lifecycle marketing sections we talked about, collecting leads, converting clients, and creating fans. And the approach here is to analyze the width of the pipe, right? If you visualize water running through the pipe, if the pipe is all the same width, then the water will flow all the way through it unrestricted. But if certain sections of the pipe are wider or smaller than other sections, then obviously the water will be backed up or impinged at those different pinch points. So the way that you approach this is you identify where are those bottlenecks and how do we expand the diameter of the pipe at that section. So find the smallest section of pipe, expand it, and then revisit and find the next smallest and repeat. Okay, so the reminder that I will give you here is that lifecycle marketing is an iterative process. So this framework, right, and the steps that I have outlined in this video, you should carve out space to revisit these with regularity, right? If you do an assessment today, it will reveal the low-hanging fruit that you can focus on and you can work on fixing, and then you can dial the traffic up knowing that you have made your customer experience that much better. But the same thing is true if you do the assessment 3 months from now, or 6 months from now, or a year from now, right? Each time you perform this assessment, it will reveal whatever the priorities are at that time. And so my recommendation to you is to make a habit out of it, is to carve out space on on a monthly or quarterly basis to make sure that you are regularly assessing your reality and focusing on those priorities and continually making enhancements to the experience you are providing for your customers, because that is where it will produce results for your business.
Okay, so in this module, Greg talked about the lifecycle marketing assessment. Now, I want to briefly reiterate the power and the point of doing an assessment, and it's threefold. The first thing an assessment does is it helps you get clear on what is happening and what's not happening as well as you'd like it. And so that clarity allows you to prioritize. And prioritization is not only helping you focus on what you should be working on, it helps you really confidently know what you can ignore. And that's actually the most important thing, is what things you don't need to pay attention to. So with that confidence, which is the second step, you can be confident that you are doing the right things at the right time, and that your investment of time and energy and money is going to produce a worthwhile return in your business. So confidence is one of the most important things you can create. And then from that confidence comes decisiveness and speed. And it's speed in your business to take an idea and to quickly implement that idea so that it can start to produce the results that you hope it will as quickly as possible. And if it does, then that's great. And if it doesn't, it tells you what you need to tweak or fix or revise so that you can improve it so that it actually will. So the assessment creates clarity, that clarity creates confidence, and confidence creates speed. And speed creates momentum of meaningful results in your business. And that's where growth comes from. So that assessment is going to produce that for you, and that's how you grow your business and love doing it in the meantime. So we'll see you in the next video.